Welcome and thanks for tuning in today for our chair yoga practice. My name is Susan, and I think I'd like to call today's class Back to the Basics. We're going to start with a 5-minute pranayama meditation, so a breathing meditation, and then we'll just go through some basic postures, both seated and standing. So this is perhaps a class that you might want to repeat over and over again as you build your strength. So hope you enjoy. Come to a comfortable seat, sitting forward on your chair. Bring your heels so they're right underneath your knees. Sit up tall. You can rest the hands either on the thighs, palms down, or palms up in a gesture of receptivity and openness. Let's take a full deep breath in together. And as you exhale, sigh it out. Let's do that again. Full deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Just allowing those couple of breaths to give you an opportunity to settle in, to tune in, and to arrive. If it's comfortable for you, let your eyes softly close. As the eyes close, we turn our awareness in. So as you close your eyes, what do you notice today? What do you notice in this moment? You might be like me initially. I go to sound, orienting myself in space, and then physical sensation, noticing the touch of my feet on the floor, my seat on the chair, temperature of the air and clothing against the skin. Just tuning in and noticing all of these things. And then allow your awareness to drop in a little bit deeper. Notice anything else physically that draws your attention. Maybe tuning into how the shoulders, the low back, the hips, the knees feel today. We're not judging anything we discover. We're using this so that we can create a starting point. Having that starting point allows us to see throughout our practice how the yoga is working. Yeah. Notice if anything else calls your attention other than the physical sensation. Maybe take in and tune in the state of your emotions or thoughts today. And as we move through our practice, please remember that we use this body, this one right now. Please shift your awareness to tune into your breath. Watching the breath as it moves in and out. And at this point, no control over the breath, just watching it. Note whether it's shallow or deep, fast or slow. Just notice what you notice about the breath. And let's add a bit of control to the breath. So wherever you are in your breath cycle, we'll exhale completely. And then we'll inhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Please continue in and out. In and out. Please continue on your own at about the same pacing. all of your awareness is on the breath. Each and every time that you notice that your awareness, your mind has wandered away from the breath, you may just simply acknowledge that it's happened and then circle back to the breath. Circle back to the counting. Using the counting and the breath as a touchstone for our meditation this morning. That touchstone, that awareness brings you right back to the present moment, back to your breathing, back to being here and now. Let's continue breathing and counting. Be quiet for a little while, but know that I'm still here, breathing with you. I've got my eye on the timer, so I'll bring us back out when the time is up. Keep redirecting your awareness back to the breath. Each and every time you redirect your attention, we are strengthening mind-body awareness, strengthening that connection to the present. Keep coming back to your breath. At the end of your next exhalation, just release the counting, return to normal breathing. And as you return to normal breathing, notice the effects. Tune into the effects of that 5-minute breathing meditation. And before we begin to move, if you wish to set an intention for your practice, the intention can be used in much the same way, like awareness of your breath, to bring you back to present. Maybe you have a quality or a characteristic that you're working on cultivating or attracting to your life. Let that be your intention. And then let's blink the eyes open. Welcome. All right. Make any adjustments that you need to your posture again, scooting forward on your chair. So just sit bones are on the chair. Heels are still stacked right underneath the knees, so we're nice and stable. And as we move through the seated postures today, note that if you keep the feet about hips distance, so heels underneath your knees, this is more stable. If at any time you want to take this up a notch and give yourself a little more balance challenge, you can certainly walk your feet a little bit closer together. Right? Think about that. It narrows or makes smaller your foundation. I'm going to walk my feet back out so they're hips distance apart, but you do you. All right. Let's release the arms down by your sides, fingertips pointing to the floor, and draw your shoulders down. Good. We're going to keep the collarbones really nice and broad here. As you inhale, turn the palms away from you and stretch the arms out and up. And even though arms are going up, shoulders stay drawn down. You might turn your gaze to look up toward the fingertips. And then as you exhale, you're going to turn the palms away and lower the arms down. Again, just like that. Inhale, arms out and up. Arms go up, spine goes up. Really tall. Exhale. Lower the arms down. Once more, just like that. Inhale, out and up. Stretch tall. Exhale, lower the arms. Let's take this into a lateral bend crescent, seated crescent posture. So inhale, arms out and up. Let's take this to your right first. So right fingertips reaching to the floor, or you can bring the heel of the hand right to the seat of the chair and take it up and over, keeping the right side waist nice and long. So we're getting a really great stretch around the whole left side of your body. Good, beautiful. Inhale, bring yourself up nice and tall again. Arms stretch up to the sky, and then we'll go to the left. Either fingertips to the floor or support at the seat of the chair, and then up and over. Twice more each direction. Arms go up, spine goes up. Exhale, take the lateral bend to the right. Inhale up tall, arms up, spine up. Maybe even watching the palms touch overhead. And then exhale to your left. And one more time, each direction, to the right and to the left. All right, this time we'll move into a twist. Arms go up, spine goes up. Now twist to your right. Place the hands first. So right hand behind you, catching the chair somewhere. Left hand to the outside of that thigh or knee or hip. Turning to maybe look over the right shoulder. Let's inhale, untwist, back to center, arms stretch high. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, tall. Exhale, left. Inhale, tall. Last time twisting to the right. Not the last time during our whole practice, but just for right now. Inhale up and exhale to the left. Inhale all the way back up to center. Now, as you lower the arms down, bring the right knee up. So you can hold hands to the back of the thigh. Watch your posture though. The longer we sit, gravity has a tendency to kind of take over. So keep the spine elongating, heart open. Abs engaged. So tone your lower abdominals. That'll help support your low back. And while we're lifting the leg, let's roll the ankle. Just warming up some of those smaller joints. Good. Roll both directions. Good. Point and flex a couple of times. As you point and flex, maybe even working in the toes. So as you flex the foot, spread those toes wide. As you point the toes, maybe curl them under. And stay here, and you can hold on to the knee if you like, and let's make some big circles with the hip. Now this left side of the body has to work a little bit harder while we're moving this right leg around. Make sure you go both directions. So keep supported by engaging the core. Beautiful. Come all the way back to center. Keep the foot flexed. Now you can hold on to the knee if you like, but let's extend the leg like you're kicking forward with the heel, and then bend the knee, bring it back in. Twice more, just like that. Extend the leg out. and bring it in. If you're feeling up for the challenge, maybe even take the arms off the leg and bring it back in. Beautiful. Set the leg all the way down. Let's do the other side. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, left knee comes in, holding onto the leg. Check your posture again. And then we'll start with rolling the ankle. Go both ways. Point and flex, working into those toes, spreading them and scrunching them as you point and flex the foot. Great. All right, hold the foot flexed. And let's take that leg in a big circle, opening up the hip, lubricating it. Make sure you go both ways. And then coming back around to the center. Again, hold on to the back of the thigh or hands to the chair or no hands. Let's extend the leg, flex like you're kicking with the heel, bring it back in. Check the posture, check your abdominals. 2. Last one. You got it. And bring it back in. And set it all the way down. Let's widen the feet out and just let the knees go side to side like little windshield wipers, perhaps holding on to the seat of the chair. All right, come all the way back to center. Heels back underneath your knees, sitting up tall. Let's move through a few rounds of seated sun salutations. We're going to be adding a forward bend into here. Let's take an inhale. Stretch the arms out and up. Big reach to the sky. As you exhale, draw the elbows down and lift the chest, cactus arms. So if you're familiar with like a lat pull machine at the gym, it's kind of like you're pulling down and lifting the chest so shoulder blades can squeeze together on the back. Let's inhale, stretch the arms back up high. We'll do just that twice more. Elbows down, arms out wide, right? Lift the chest. Inhale up tall. Exhale. And inhale all the way up tall. Now cactus arms this time, keeping the spine long, tilt forward. From side view, you'll notice that I'm not rounding in the spine. I'm keeping the chest lifted and just simply tilting forward, forcing us to use our back muscles a little bit. Good. On your next exhale, hands come down to the thighs and just walk yourself all the way down into a forward bend. You can continue to have hands supporting on the knees or the thighs, or walk them all the way down to the floor. If it's possible for you, release your head weight. Yeah, release the neck. Maybe even nodding a couple times or shaking the head, loosening up the neck. Now on your next inhale, we'll come up to half lift or Ardha Uttanasana. Hands on the shins. Inhale, look forward, lengthen the spine. You may also have hands on top of the thighs. As you exhale, fold all the way back down. Uttanasana, forward bend. The next inhale will bring us all the way up. Find your halfway point first. So you're looking forward, the back is flat. Then find your feet and the seat. Push down there to bring yourself all the way up and lower the arms down. Twice more, just like that. Inhale, arms out and up. Arms go up, spine goes up. Keep the shoulders down. Cactus arms, and then tilt forward. Stay for the inhale. And then exhale, forward bend all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen forward. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale brings you all the way up. So look forward first, find the flat back, then find your feet and your seat. Push down there to bring yourself all the way up and lower the arms. Good, once more, inhale up. Cactus arms and tilt forward at the hips, abs are drawn in. Good, exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale is going to bring you all the way up, reach to the sky. Let's take our lateral bend now. Into a seated crescent moon. Inhale up tall. We'll take the lateral bend the other direction, over to the left. Up tall, take the twist. Twist to the right. So we're just linking all of these things together. And then inhale back up to center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale up center. We're going to pull that knee in, lift it up, keep the spine long. Either hold on to the leg or let go of it. Kick the leg forward, bring it back in, and set it down. Inhale up, leg two. Hug the knee in, sit up tall, flex the foot, kick it out, bring it back in, and set it down. So let's go roll through that whole sequence twice more, all right? From the top, inhale out and up. Exhale, cactus arms and tilt forward, working the back as you exhale all the way down to your forward bend. Inhale, half lift, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, we rise all the way up. So once you get to that halfway point, find the feet and the seat. Lateral bend first to your right, up and over. Inhale, tall, lateral bend to the left, and up. Now we twist to the right, up, twist to the left, and right knee comes up. Extend the leg. Remember, you can hold on to the leg if that's more appropriate for you. Set the foot down, reach the arms up. Left knee comes in. Extend the left leg. Bring it back in. Set it down all the way back from the top. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus arms, tilt forward. Could stay for the inhale. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, find your halfway point, then find your feet and your seat. Push down to bring yourself up. And lateral bend right. Might notice as we've done this a couple of times now, lateral bend to the left, the body starts to feel a little more open, more warm. Maybe you're feeling more balanced, more confident. Twist right. And center, twist left. And center, pick the knee up, flex the foot, kick the leg forward, bend it in, and set it down. Last time, left leg, left knee comes in, extend, kick it forward, bend the knee, and set it down. Wonderful job, you guys. That was a pretty good warm up. Let's take your hands out on top of your knees. We'll do seated cat and cow. As you inhale, drawing the heel of the hands back, lift the chest. So we're arching the spine. You might even turn your gaze to look up. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone and round. You can look down to the thighs or even to the belly. Twice more. Inhale, lift, look up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale up. Neutral spine. Wonderful. Let's walk the feet out a little bit wide. Let's just heel toe the feet apart. Let's heel toe the feet back together. Heel toe those feet apart. And then heel toe them back together. One more time. Out. And back in. Let's open up the outer hip just a little bit. Sitting up tall, lift up your right knee, flex the foot. Now, depending on what's going on with your hip, you can either cross ankle over ankle or ankle over knee. Hitting up the outer right hip and thigh. Now, if there's any knee discomfort, I'm going to keep this crossed over foot flexed the whole while, all right? You may stay completely upright, or if you like, hinge forward, just as we did for our sun salutation. So keep in mind, Best to keep the spine really nice and long here rather than rounding into the spine. You might notice in your body, if you round the back as you fold forward, it actually lessens the intensity of the stretch. So you might find that if the stretch is too much, that we need to round a little bit, but it's actually better for your spine, for your low back, if you can keep the spine nice, long, and tall, even though we might be tilting forward. And now I'm not pushing down on the right knee. Hand is just resting. Let's inhale. Bring yourself up nice and tall. And let's uncross the leg. Place the foot down. And pick up your left knee. And again, flex the foot, either ankle over ankle or ankle over knee. Lengthen the spine and exhale. Tilt the torso forward to whatever degree so that you get the appropriate amount of stretch in your outer left hip and thigh. And let's inhale. Bring yourself all the way up. Uncross the leg. Take your right foot, flex the foot. Now I'll turn a little sideways on my mat, or on my chair. You can stay facing forward if you've got the room. Flexing the foot, hands will come to the opposite thigh for support. Now I'm going to keep the foot flexed and just a little bit of a micro bend in the back of the right knee. Lengthen the spine and you might hinge forward here. So looking for sensation and stretch along the back of your right leg. Another breath here. Inhale, lengthen up tall. We'll switch sides. Right foot comes in, left leg will extend out. Keep the foot flexed, heel on the floor, little micro bend in the knee, lengthen the spine and hinge forward. Feeling that nice stretch, that opening in the back of the leg. Inhale, bring yourself up nice and tall. Both feet to the floor. Let's open up the front of the hips. So for this, we'll turn sideways in your chair to your right, so that, or to your left. I always get my lefts and rights a little confused sometimes. So you're going to turn to your left, so the right toes are curled under and the right knee is hanging straight down. So this thigh bone, the femur, is the largest bone in our body, so it's really nice and heavy. So let the heaviness of the leg kind of drag it down. Now we'll support by engaging the abdominals and then pressing those toes down on the ground. Now my left hand is over here at the back of the chair for some support. And don't forget about the left foot here. This is part of our foundation. So left heel is underneath the knee. And even though we're seated in the chair, you kind of determine how much action you put into the legs here, right? So the more you push down into the floor, the more your leg muscles will kind of tone up in response, right? So that means that we have to work a little bit harder. All right, so you're probably feeling this good stretch along the top of the thigh, the quadricep muscle. Let's increase that just a tiny bit. Inhale, your right arm, reach it up overhead, and then take a lateral bend to your left. So you might be increasing the stretch in the top of the thigh and perhaps even also feeling great stretch along the right side body. And let's inhale, bring yourself all the way upright again. Lower the arm down, still holding onto the chair for support. Can you take your right leg and extend it back a little bit farther? So by changing the positioning of the leg, we're changing where we feel the stretch. So you might still feel stretch in the quadricep, the top of the thigh, but for most of us, this has also moved up to the front of the hip. Now put a little bend in the back knee. As you bend the back knee, you'll feel the hips release a bit. Now, we engage the lower abdominal, so lift the belly or the front of the hips. You're taking the belly drop back to the spine and up to the ribs. Beautiful. Don't forget again about the left foot. The left foot is staying grounded. So there's a lot of action going on in the legs. In fact, you might even feel that if you put enough weight into the legs, energy into the legs, you might even be able to lift up off of your chair. All right, let's take this into, it's a lunge variation, a high lunge variation. Let's reach the arms, stretch them up overhead. Big reach up to the sky, arms go up, spine goes up. Don't forget to stay grounded into the legs. Keep lifting the low belly. And exhale, lower the arms all the way down. And then let's turn around in your chair to face forward. Good. As you face forward, pause for a moment before we turn to go the other way. Just pause, maybe even close the eyes and tune in. Just tuning into how you might feel different between the right leg and the left leg, between the way the feet feel on the floor, the way your sit bones feel in the chair. Just noticing and tuning in so you can see how the yoga is working. All right, let's turn the other way. So turn all the way around in your chair. Right foot's going to be planted. So my right hip, right sit bone around the chair, the left one's kind of hanging off. Left toes are curled under, so the knee hangs down, getting that great stretch again to the top of the thigh. And my right hand is over here, supporting on the back of the chair. So this first stretch is right here, center of the thigh. Pressing down, activating the legs by pushing into the earth. Let's take the lateral bend to the back of the chair. So left arm reaches up overhead. And as you exhale, lateral bend to the right. Increasing the stretch over the front of the left thigh. Maybe even also feeling this the whole left side of the body. Let's inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Lower the arm down. And now wiggle or walk that left leg back. So you can feel that stretch move up the thigh, up to the front of the hip. Stay grounded and strong through the legs. So we're going to put a little bit of more bend in the back knee. You can feel the hips release. And then we reset that by engaging and lifting the low belly. So the spine is really long. Then you can start to lengthen back into the leg. Let's inhale, stretch the arms up overhead. This time, let's take cactus arms. So the elbows go down and the heart lifts. Stay here 2 breaths more. Inhale, stretch the arms back up, lower the arms down, and turn back around in your chair to face forward. Reset the feet right underneath the knees as you close the eyes. Hopefully, you're feeling a bit more balanced, a bit more even side to side. Right. Blink your eyes open. Let's come up to stand today. So we did seated sun salutations from the chair. Now we'll do some sun salutations facing the chair, and we'll also work into the same lunges that we did seated, but we'll do them standing as well. So I'm turning my chair sideways just so you can see what I'm doing. You're going to be standing behind your chair so that you're facing the seat, okay? And I'm standing behind the chair, about 8 inches or so, up tall. So this is mountain pose or Tadasana. Now, remember that mountain is more than just simply standing, right? When we just stand, oftentimes we're allowing gravity to take over. Want to push into the feet, energize the legs, feel the kneecaps lift, the thighs firm, maybe even gently toning the glutes as well as the low belly. On inhalation, stretch the arms up overhead. As you exhale, take cactus arms, then send your butt back, bend your knees, and hinge forward. Notice I'm coming forward with a flat back rather than rounding. And when you get close enough, take your hands to the seat of the chair and fold yourself all the way down, folding in half, feeling this great stretch. The whole back side of your legs, the back side of your body. On inhalation, lengthen the arms. So this is our half lift. Look forward, long spine. As you exhale, fold back down. Good. Inhale, find your halfway point, so the flat back. Find your feet. Push into the feet. So we use the back side of the body, those big muscles back here, to bring yourself all the way up. Arms reach up to the sky, and then lower the arms all the way down. Let's do that twice more, just like that. Just with the forward fold, and then we'll add on. Inhale, arms out now. Exhale, cactus arms and tilt forward. And then use the hands to support anywhere you like or you need. So you come down into forward fold with the hands resting on the chair. I always like to keep some bend in the knees. That'll help keep it out of your low back. Inhale, up halfway, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale again, find your halfway point, then find your feet. Push into the feet to bring your energy all the way up and lower the arms down. Once more, up with the arms. Exhale, cactus arms, start to tilt forward, support the arms wherever appropriate into your forward bend all the way down. Inhale, halfway, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, find the halfway point, then push into the feet to bring yourself all the way upright back to your mountain pose, lowering the arms all the way down. Let's add on to that now. So we're going to be adding on a plank pose, a downward facing dog, and a high lunge. All right. Reset the feet if you need. We'll inhale, stretch the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward bend, just as we did before. Hands all the way down. Inhale, half lift, look forward, lengthen the spine. Good. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, find that halfway point. Now at this time, I like to take the hands so my fingers dangle down the sides, heel of the hands on the chair. I find that the most supportive. Keep your shoulders stacked right over your wrist crease. And then one at a time, take the legs and step back. So the right leg's going first. Then the left leg, step back. So this is our plank pose. So think it's kind of like the top of a push-up. Now we'll take the hips up and back to downward facing dog. So the arms are outstretched, the spine is nice and long. Now getting this wonderful stretch, the whole back side of the body. Inhale, shift forward to plank pose again. Fingertips shift, so fingers dangle down the sides of the chair. Make any adjustments to the feet. And then exhale, shift back, downward facing dog. Once more, just like that. Inhale, shift forward to plank pose. And return to dog pose. From downward facing dog, glance forward so you can see the legs of the chair. Take your right foot and step your right foot forward. The toes and the foot will come underneath the base of the chair. As you bend your right knee, the front of the knee will rest just against the chair. Make any adjustments to the back leg. So this is that lunge that we did just a moment ago. Bend the back knee a little bit so you release the hip. Then begin to straighten into the leg. Now you could stay here with fingertips on the chair, the seat. You could bring them up to the high back of the chair, or feel free, bigger challenge, take the arms off the chair and reach the hands up to the sky. Good, let's stay for one more breath wherever you're at. And exhale, hands come all the way back down to the seat of the chair. Step your right leg back, take it to plank pose, and then downward facing. Look to the legs of the chair. Same thing, left side. So the left foot's going to step forward, toes underneath the chair as you bend the left knee. The front of the knee rests right against the seat of the chair. Make any adjustments to the right leg. Bring your torso upright and long. And you decide where to go from here. Stay here with hands on the chair, to the high back, or arms all the way up. Arms come all the way back down. Find the seat of the chair. Take your left leg, step it back, and return to downward facing dog. Look forward to the seat of the chair. Walk your right foot forward, your left foot forward, forward bend all the way down. Inhale, find your half lift, look forward, lengthen. Now stay here, exhale. As you inhale again, find the feet and bring yourself all the way up tall. And then we'll lower the arms down. Wonderful. Now I'll turn my chair one more time so that I'm standing behind the chair. Right, so I'll be using the high back of the chair for balance now as we take Vrikshasana or tree pose. So find Tadasana, find your mountain pose first, right? So heels are underneath your knees. Low belly is lifting, spine is long and tall. You can keep fingertips on the chair for balance if you like. I'll heel toe my feet a little bit closer together. And we'll start by balancing on the left leg. So bend your right knee and open the hip out to the side. Resting right heel on the left inner ankle. So even if you decide to pick up the foot, keep the foot of the right foot and the left leg somehow connected and energetically pressing toward one another. So think, this is tree pose. The more connected our legs are, the stronger our base of support, the stronger our tree trunk, right? Up tall, keep the low belly lifting. Hands can stay on the chair, or if you prefer, maybe one or both arms go up as if your tree is growing branches. Let's take 5 deep breaths here. One more breath. We'll lower the arms down if you've lifted them. Both feet back to the floor. Shake those legs out. Reset the feet. Return to your mountain. Now we're going to stay in mountain on the right side as you bend the left knee. Open the hip and knee out to the side. Either rest the heel against the ankle, or if you prefer, you can pick up the foot and place it on the inside of the calf. Standing tall. Find that really strong tree trunk. Right, so we're squeezing the legs together, pressing the feet down into the ground. And when and if you're ready, maybe your tree grows branches. 5 breaths. And we'll slowly step out. Find your feet on the floor. Shake those legs out a little. If you moved your chair around at all, bring it back so that you can take a seat on your chair facing me once more. Sit tall. And we'll close with a hip opener and then a seated twist. Let's start with the hip opener, which is going to feel really great after the standing work. Flex your right foot, pick it up, just as we did before, either ankle over ankle or ankle over knee, depending on where you're at today. Lengthen up the spine tall, and if appropriate, hinge forward, increase that stretch in the outer hip. One breath more. Inhale, bring it up tall. Uncross the legs. Let's cross the other one over. Left over right. Last breath here. Inhale, lengthen up tall. To take our twist, we'll actually turn our whole body in the chair. So first turn to your left, all the way around. Now this time as we turn to the left, I'm keeping both sit bones on the chair, but don't forget about grounding through the feet. Heels should still be right underneath the knees as you sit tall. Nice long spine. And I'll take hands to either side of the chair. So my right hand is on the left side of the chair. My left hand is on the right side of the chair. Lengthen up tall. And as you exhale, turn to face the back of the chair. You might even turn your head to keep looking over to your left. Or if you're feeling sassy today, maybe you turn to look over the right shoulder. And inhale, bring the head back to neutral first, and then untwist the rest of you. How does that have to do a little wriggling around after that? Swing yourself all the way back around, go the other way. Set your foundation first. So we sit up tall, hands find the back of the chair. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, turn to look toward the back of your chair. Maybe looking over right shoulder or looking over left. Bring your head back to neutral first, then untwist the rest of you all the way back around, facing forward. Take your comfortable seat just as we started, either hands resting on the thighs, in the lap, palms down for more grounding, palms up in a gesture of receptivity and openness. Let your eyes softly close now. And just as we did when we began our practice today, when the eyes close, take this as an opportunity to tune in. And as you tune in, strengthening that mind-body connection, what do you notice now? What calls your attention? Is it physical sensation? Maybe emotions? Maybe thoughts? Just tuning in to the feeling tone of being you in this moment. Please let your awareness rest back with your breath. You might even shift back into that nice even pace breathing that we started with in our opening meditation. Inhaling for about 5 counts and exhaling for about 5 counts. Let's take 5 rounds just like that. And please return to normal breathing. No more control over the breath. Just simply allow the body to find its own rhythm. If you set an intention for your practice today, let that come into your thoughts as you join the hands in Anjali Mudra, palm against palm. closing with gratitude as you bow into your chest in a gesture of gratitude, gratitude to yourself for taking this time for you today. And I thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste. We'll see you next time.